Good morning, everybody. Mildred Scrotum here with my second election update video. A lot of you might have watched my first election update video, and if you did, you will remember that we talked about the election of Donald Trump. And I said at the end, all we could do is hope and pray and just drink a lot of Chardonnay. And as you can see, I've been doing my share. I certainly have. Now, I don't know what Donald's going to do for the economy, but if I'm any indication, the wine industry is going to go crazy. Yes, they are. Well, he started appointing his cabinet. And you know, I was hoping he'd just kind of go rogue and just appoint all kinds of crazy people for all kinds of different positions, because we know Donald does whatever he wants to do. But he seems to be following that alt-right Steve Bannon and just appointing the most conservative people he can find, which has caused me to drink a lot more Chardonnay. Around the Scrotum household, there are just bottles everywhere. So I decided to start naming my empty bottles after the night I drank them. This one here, that's the Jeff Sessions. This one's the Tom Price. And here we have the Sarah and the Palin. That was a wild night, I'll tell you. But every night I hadn't been crying in my wine. No, there's been a few happy moments. This here, this big fat one, this is the Chris Christie. I downed that whole thing the night Trump dumped Chris Christie. That was a happy moment. Yes, it was. So, I tell you though, through all this Chardonnay, all this drinking, all these appointments, this is still a hard pill for me to swallow. The fact that Donald Trump's going to be our next president. And I've always prided myself in my swallowing ability. Yes, I have. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of you out there watched my first video. You did. And I appreciate it so much. And a lot of you agreed with me, and you were so kind, and you kind of agreed with my point of view. There were a few ugly things, and that's all right. Just keep it coming. Mildred's tough. She can take it. But a couple of things surprised me. And a couple of you said that you didn't think Donald Trump was prejudiced. Well, I guess my point of view is you just have to listen to what someone says. What he said about Mexicans, what he says about Muslims. And I think some of you thought, well, he hasn't really targeted the gay community in his prejudice. And I'll agree with that. He has not. But he also says he will appoint Supreme Court justices conservative enough to overturn Roe v. Wade. Well, if they're that conservative, I don't know how you and the gay community can be comfortable with that. Because I think you're going to get caught in the crossfire somewhere. Yes, I do. And I will remind you, Donald, when you make these appointments, you need to keep in mind that 54% of the people who voted did not vote for you. You should be president for all Americans. And I tell my gay son, Harry Scrotum Jr., that it's wonderful the strides that gay people have made in the last years. It's wonderful that we have marriage equality. But you're still part of an unprotected minority. There are still states where you can lose your job because you're gay. There are still states where you're not even included in the hate crime bill. Even though gay people are most often used in hate crime, they're many times the subject of hate crimes. And I tell my gay son, Harry Scrotum Jr., you got to remain aware and vigilant. Aware and vigilant. And don't you ever forget it. Well, it's a hard time, folks. It is. But as I said before, and I'll say again, all we can do is hope and pray, and I'm going to say it, just drink a shitload of Chardonnay. Till next time, Mildred Scrotum here. Bye-bye.